Good day, good day, good day, everybody. I hope you are doing well. I'm on location, y'all. On location, as you can see from this blank wall behind me. Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna say I'm on vacation. No, not on vacation, just on location. And it's so weird, Tim. It's so weird to me because I'm on my cell phone. Thank you, producer, for putting up people's comments so I can see. Good day, Gladys. Good day, Wayne. Yes, howdy from Calgary. I'm going to say howdy from Washington, D.C., Vanessa, because that's where I am right now. Yes, Nan, it's good to see you all. It's good to see you all. Yeah, I'm on location in DC because last night my husband treated me to the Dave Chappelle tour, right? Dave Chappelle is, I think yesterday might have been the last city. He did I think 11 city tour of his documentary of the the comedy shows, the concerts that he held in his little town of 3,700 people in Yellow Springs, Ohio, during the height of the pandemic. And it's amazing. I just have to say, if I'm sure they're going to release it in the theaters or some platform is going to be streaming it. I'm sure it's just extraordinary to to see the process and to just to hear, all these different comedians, their perspective about what was happening when we were in the thick of things. It was just extraordinary. And then he had first of all, okay, let me go back for a moment. I'm jumping right in. Welcome to Sit with Red Melissa. I am Red Melissa. And sip is spirit in practice. And clearly, we are still unplugged. We are still unplugged, right? So, what I wanted to share, this was an experience, right? We drove to DC. We got here. The show was at 7. We got here like 7:30 because y'all can imagine traffic was crazy, right? And we get over to the arena. It was at the Capital One Arena. Now, none of this has sunk in. Like, I had no details. Marco said, how about going to see Dave Chappelle in DC? And I was like, yes, I had no other details, right? I was sharing this with Sekou before the show. And so you could bring your pocketbook in the arena. And there were thousands and thousands of people outside the arena waiting to get inside the arena, but you had to go through this whole process to get in. However, if you had your physical ticket and proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test, you were in like 10 minutes. Most of the people, y'all, did not have physical tickets and had to wait on a will call line with thousands of other people who did not have physical tickets. Now, I am so grateful my husband got physical tickets. You had to pay extra to have physical tickets mailed to you, and that's what he did. So we walk up on thousands of people. We're asking, like, what's going on? Like, what's all these lines? Like, why all these people out here? It's after 8 o'clock. The show's supposed to start at 7. Like, what's happening right now? And we find out, well, if you have your physical ticket, you can get on that line and you're in lickety split. And so that's what we did. We got on the line, showed our physical ticket, showed, negative COVID vaccination, all that good stuff. Got in, no problem, right? And they wouldn't let you take your cell phones in. You had to have your cell phone in this locked pouch, right? So you drop your cell phone in this locked pouch, and Dave ain't playing. Dave is not playing, right? So yeah, Tim, it was fabulous. So we get in there, and it hits me. It hits me once we're inside. Like, this is a freaking arena. Like, this is an arena. And he's showing a documentary film. Like, who does that, right? Dave Chappelle. he's showing a documentary film about this this vision, this idea that came to him during the pandemic to make connections, to open up this space. One of the people that lived in his town offered their cornfield. How about that? Right? To have these concerts, and it just grew and grew and grew and grew. And there was a lot of ups and downs, and the documentary shares all that. But it was great to see like Jon Stewart and Chris Rock and like all these wonderful comedians do their thing. Um, Tiffany Haddish, and then at some point it expanded to musicians, and so he had Common and Erica Badu, and it was just bananas, y'all. It was a wonderful, wonderful film. And then we're like, after the film, I guess David's going to come out, right? So after the film, they're like doing all this stuff on the stage, and we're like, why are they putting up all this equipment, like drums and all this stuff? Like, Dave don't play, right? Like, he's not a singer or anything. Like, so he comes out, everybody goes crazy. Typical, it's straight up Dave doing his thing for a little bit. And then he introduces a surprise guest. Guess who the surprise guest was, y'all? And I have been wanting to see her in concert for decades, right? And I've met her a number of times when I lived in Brooklyn. She would hang out. It was a bunch of poets and artists who would hang out in this spot in Brooklyn called Brooklyn Moon. And she come rolling up in there one day from Texas, right? Country girl, looking like a country girl, but could sing, right? Could sing, had this a towel wrap on top of her head and stuff. And one day I said to her, I said, girl, you need to go get you some African fabric and wrap your head, and started wrapping it up in a towel, right? So I like to take credit for that advice, because that's what she started to do. So who am I talking about? The special guest was Erica Badu. What? Oh my goodness. And she did the thing. She did it. It was amazing. It was just amazing. And then Dave came out, and Dave sang songs with her. They were singing duets, right? It was so dope. It was just so dope. So I had a wonderful time. And so I wanted to share two takeaways for today's Unplugged from that concert. And it was something that Erica Badu said and something that Dave Chappelle said. And stressed. They were stressing this. So Erica was talking about what we really need for ourselves, like what we really need to be plugged into, right? She didn't say that, y'all. She didn't say what we need to be plugged into. That's paraphrasing. Yes. Okay. Because I don't think Erica Badu watches SIP, because I was talking about what you get plugged into yesterday. Someone let Erica Badu tell Erica Badu about SIP. tell Erica Badu. It's the girl that told you to stop wrapping your head up in a towel and get you some African fabric, girl. She's got a show called SIP, and she's talking about you. So anyway, this is what she said. She said, it's so important to believe in yourself. And we know this, right? That no matter what happens, no matter how many times, someone says no to you, no matter how many times it seems like it's just not going to work out, believe in yourself. Believe, right? And we know this. Believe, she said, have faith and trust. Those were her three things that she was just like pounding into the audience last night. Believe, trust, faith. Plug into that, y'all. Believe in yourself. Have faith that all things are working together for your good. Remember yesterday, I shared that the dice are already loaded, right? That God has already loaded the dice for us, right? So we can't help but win. Can't help but win. And just to trust. Hang in there. Hang in there and trust that all is well, that all things are working together for your highest good. So that was from Erica Badu. And then Dave was really driving home about being kind to ourselves and to each other, right? He's not concerned. He said at some point, he said, you heard I got canceled, right? I'm canceled. That's part of the culture now, right? To cancel people. I believe it was sold out. And if it wasn't sold out, it was near sold out. And he's like, he's not concerned about anything. He's not concerned about any of that. Any of that. He knows where his heart is. He knows what he said, right? If people watch the whole show that he did, where all this controversy is being stirred up, you know, by the media and misunderstandings and ignorance, right? He said, I go straight to my people, and y'all my people. So be kind. Be kind. So I just love those takeaways. We go to a concert with thousands of people, and you have the artist talking about principle, because faith, trust, believing, and kindness are spiritual principles that we can use every day in our lives, that we could be kind, right? Be kind. Be the demonstration of kindness to each other and with yourself, right? Let's practice that. Let's practice being kind, having the faith, the trust, and the belief in ourselves that the gifts that we are here to express and share is so important. Imagine if Erica Badu didn't believe. We wouldn't have this whole Baduism experience, right? Imagine if Dave Chappelle didn't have faith that he's a really funny guy, right? And smart, and just kept that all to himself. We wouldn't have the expression of their gifts in the world. So I'm just so grateful to have had that experience. I just want to shout out my husband for making it happen. And I was telling Sekou, I would give him not only the Husband of the Year award, but the Father of the Year award, because we got back. We're staying with one of my girlfriends at one of her spaces. Got situated. He got in the car, y'all, and drove back to New York. Drove back to New York because he wanted to be home before the girls left to go to school. Come on now. So shout out to my husband, who's just doing his thing as daddy and hubby. I really appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. And we're celebrating. So I'm celebrating Marco Nobles today for just being the awesome man that he is. All right, y'all. So this is what happens when you're still unplugged. When you're still unplugged. So I hope you got something from that. I hope you received the belief, the faith, the trust, and the kindness of what we can choose to plug into every day. All right, y'all. So I am living life in joy. I am connected to my yes, and I am grateful for each one of you. All right. So let's get into some joy news. Let's get into some joy news. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. What are y'all doing for Thanksgiving? We're going to be with our friends. Thanksgiving has shifted during the pandemic for many of us. And so I'm praying that next year we go back and have our big family Thanksgiving dinner at my cousin's house in New Jersey. That's what I'm praying for next Thanksgiving. So this Thanksgiving, we're kind of all over the place. Man, we love Unplugged. Woohoo, Marco, home run. Yes, yes, home run indeed, man. Thank you for that. So I can't see your comments unless the producer puts them up on the screen. So if I'm not interacting that way as much, that's the reason why. All right. So happy Thanksgiving. I mentioned yesterday that tomorrow and Friday is going to be a best of SIP episode. So I picked two of my favorite episodes. One will air tomorrow, the other one will air on Friday. And then I will be back live on Monday, right? Sunday, we have Living Life and Joy. So please tune in on Sunday for Living Life and Joy, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. I am with Tanya Moment, who is a co-founder of Old Path Ministries, which is an organization that supports the unhoused in Nashville, Tennessee. And they're doing extraordinary work. Extraordinary work. Old Path Ministries is one of the fabulous five that is being supported through Sekou's charity run. So please check out Living Life and Joy on Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And please support the charity run. And Sekou has made it even easier to support the charity run. He's doing a 10 for 10. So 10 people give $10. It's the 10 for 10 challenge. And there's the information right there up on the screen. Challenging 10 people to donate just $10. Because the deadline for the $5,000 goal, fundraising goal, and the 500 miles run is happening. It's up on December 4th. So I know Sekou got this, right? I believe, I have faith, and I trust that the $5,000 is already done. The 500 miles is already run. Yes, yes, yes. I believe in that. So if you feel so moved, my congregation of joy, to give $10, just $10 towards the charity run, it would be a wonderful and kind thing to do. You like how I weaved all those things in? Yes, yes, yes. A demonstration of kindness is to give from your heart. And so please do so. Then, right after Living Life and Joy, we got Sunday in Praise. Sunday in Praise at Rockland CSL, where I am the pastor. Oh, spiritual director. I'm just so grateful for that blessing. Yes, I am. And I will be talking about gratitude beyond gifts. Gratitude beyond gifts. All right, so that should be juicy. Getting the download slowly for that sermon. And that's at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. You could go to our website, rocklandcsl.org, and get the information to come in person or be with us online. All right. Anything else I want to share? One last thing before I check in with Sekou. The next meditation with the moon is on December 3rd at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on New Thought Media Network. After party, after the meditation on Zoom. You get the Zoom link when you come to the meditation with the moon. That's how that works. Someone texts me and asked, could I just send them the link for the after party? They just want to come to the after party. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You come to meditation with the moon because the after party is us sharing and just fellowshipping with each other. What you gonna be doing? Huh? No, that's not how it works. So we do a full-blown spiritual practice for the meditation with the moon, December 3rd, 11 p.m. Eastern Time. All right? And I will continue to remind you all as we get closer to that day. So let me check in with Sekou, see how he is doing. He's on location 2. I checked
Yeah,
out
on location.
the Be Your Own Hero show this morning. I'm just
Yeah,
fascinated with the crypto
thank
planet
you, sir.
situation.
Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty cool. My dad just brought me coffee. Everybody say what's up to dad.
Hey, Dad.
got a fresh cup. So yeah, the crypto planet, I'm calling it for now. Until we come up with a better name, the crypto planet is, watch the replay. Watch the replay.
Yes, watch the
Watch the
replay.
replay. But what you just said about the after party struck me because yesterday we were talking about the peak state that you experience at the end of a run. and how everyone that runs a race together experiences different levels of that peak state. And so, yeah, you can't come to the after party without coming to the sip, because you're coming in at a different frequency than those of us who have been in the sip, in the meditation with the moon. You'll throw it off. You throw it off. Like, you'll be the thing that, like, one of these things just doesn't belong here. That's how it'll be. That's how it'll be. You can't do that. You got to run the race. Then you can hang out with everybody and be on the same frequency. Okay, so I wanted to say that. And I also wanted to shout out to some of these comments. Oh, thanks, Stacy. I appreciate that. And the Thanksgiving comments. Thanks, Tim.
Yeah.
And oh, I think Tim's talking about what I just said about the frequency. So I'm gonna take that. I appreciate that. Yeah, the frequency is real. And I also want to circle back to those of you. I guess maybe people don't know this, but you and I, Rev Mel, used to be neighbors in Brooklyn. So we lived in the same neighborhood, and I remember vividly the beautiful woman with the head wrap of a towel, and I ran into her all the time, and she stood out because she had literally like a bath towel, and she was stunning. I know she looks cute on social media, but in person, she was one of the most beautiful women I'd ever met. And then, we chit chat at these little things, and I'd always stare at the towel, and I never had the nerve to say anything about it. But I was like, is that a bath? Yep, that's a bath towel. Huh. So I'm glad you said something, and I hope she does remember whenever you link up with her. Yeah, she had that bath towel. And then later when I saw her on the post, I was like, that's the bath towel girl. That's the bath towel girl. Wow, she blew up. So yeah, it's fun being able to claim these famous people later on. So,
absolutely. Well,
yeah.
we had some times in Brooklyn.
We did.
Had some times in Brooklyn. We lived across the street from each other. That's how we met. That's how we met. Those good times hanging out at Brooklyn Moon. And Brooklyn Moon is still there, Sekou.
Yeah, they've evolved. I've been there recently. There's a friend of mine that bartends there, so they have liquor now, and there's a whole different experience.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah. But I claim that.
That's right.
I claim getting Erykah Badu to take that bath towel off her head and get some African fabric to wrap that head.
Yeah, you put her on.
I put her on.
And I like what you said about what she said, to believe, have faith, and trust. And I'm going to add to know. You got to know what you want. And that sounds easy until you try it. You got to know specifically what you want, and then believe, have faith, and trust that it'll manifest.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
On the knowing part.
Yeah. I mean, just look at she's a perfect example. She went from like singing at Frank's Lounge. Remember Frank's Lounge on Fulton Street?
So for those of you that don't know, it's like basically singing in somebody's living room. This is kind of like that. Basically somebody's living room. All these places that we're talking about weren't no sexy spots. It was just like, no place to sit down, just standing room only, just getting up and doing your thing,
Yeah. And now, now look at her,
Now look at her.
So just having that faith. And like Sekou just said, knowing what you want. Because why is it important to know what you want? Because the universe is waiting for its assignment. And we're giving it its assignment. Universe, this is what I want. The universe is like, I got you. Yes. Yes, I got you. Oh, Gladys, it's not the most difficult part. Let me tell you something. Oh, okay. I'm going to put a pin in it. I'm going to write a note for Monday's sip. Thank you, Gladys. Thank you, Gladys, for saying that.
I will be watching intently because it is difficult for me too. I'm with Gladys. It is difficult for me. So I can't wait till Monday. Let's go.
I'll just say this part. One word, remembering. Remembering. I'll leave it there. All right, y'all. Thank you, Sekou. All right. So have a wonderful Thanksgiving, whatever you're doing, to just be in that space of gratitude, of kindness, right? Sometimes when we're with our family, that's a good time to practice kindness. You don't have to say everything that's in your mind, right? Be kind, speak kind words. All right. So, best of tomorrow and Friday. I will see you back live for Morning Sip on Monday. Peace and blessings, peace and justice. We're living life in joy, connected to our yes.